The biggest British wrestling match of the year comes to a very special episode of British Wrestling Weekly as the Destiny Rumble is about to get underway, and let's meet the man who will be entrant number one. Lost his Destiny Rumble roulette match against a British wrestling legend in Doug Williams, which means that Doug Williams will enter the Destiny Rumble as entrant number 20, and El Ligero, unfortunately for him, will have a very long night because he enters the Destiny Rumble as entrant number 1. And if you're wondering why this is the biggest British wrestling match of the year, it's because 20 of the top professional wrestlers in the United Kingdom will fight in an over-the-top rope Rumble-style match, with the winner getting a guaranteed title shot against the NGW Unified Undisputed Heavyweight Champion himself, the show stealer Nathan Cruz. Remember, to be eliminated, you must be thrown over the top rope and both feet must touch the floor, with entrants selected at random.
And now, let's all find out who drew number 2.
Well, that is the question. We've known for several weeks now that El Ligero would be number 1, but who will be... Oh, my word. Well, we're going to start things off with a bang, because the man who's drawn number 2 is none other than the Gen X champion himself. It's Manchester's Bubblegum. Talk about kicking off the NGW Destiny Rumble with a bang, because we have two of the fastest men in British professional wrestling today as number 1 and number 2. But the man who will claim that crown, at least for the time being, is the man who holds, and you can see it there being held by Chardonnay, the Gen X League Cup, because that means he is officially the fastest wrestler in the United Kingdom today. But the Destiny Rumble isn't about speed, it is about outlasting 19 other men who want to throw you over the top rope and eliminate you so that they can claim their shot against Nathan Cruz for the NGW heavyweight title. And regular viewers of this show will know that El Ligero was part of Bubblegum's first ever match in the Gen X League. It was a match he would actually lose against his now greatest foe, the Wild Boar, Mike Hitchman, who hit Bubblegum with that package pile driver at Hull City Hall. And Bubblegum would end up being ejected from the Gen X League, but wormed his way back in, and he is now the Gen X League champion. In fact, the first ever Gen X League champion. So despite this crowd, and a packed crowd it is, at the Liverpool Olympia, chanting "You suck, Bubblegum." Bubblegum definitely does not suck. Whether or not the skills and talents he has learned as the Gen X League champion will help him be the winner of the Destiny Rumble are yet to be seen, as he, early on now, tries to eliminate Ligero over the top rope, and Ligero holding on. And there's so many great British wrestlers who are going to be part of the Destiny Rumble this year, because they stand to get a shot at the most important televised prize in British wrestling since the glory days of Big Daddy Giant Haystacks and World of Sport. Whoa, Ligero up and over there, lands on the apron. Bubblegum thinks he's won, but he hasn't. Ligero comes straight back in. Bubblegum there takes a swing, and look at this, Lucha Libre style offense by the Mexican sensation El Ligero, and the NGW Destiny Rumble is well underway. You've got to believe that Nathan Cruz is going to be watching this one, because this really is anyone's match, and now the count is on. You can see it on the screens. Who has drawn number 3? The crowd shouts down, and we're about to find out. Oh, my God!
Number 3, the amazing Matt Myers.
Well, if there's one man whose story on British British Wrestling Weekly has become gripping, engrossing and epic as it relates to a shot at Nathan Cruz, and it's that man right there, Matt Myers, the best friend of the show stealer, who took the champion to his limit. And Myers has said that he will do whatever it takes to get a rematch against Cruz, and part of that was a match against Bubblegum for the Gen X League Cup, a match that ended in a 10-minute time-limit draw. So Myers now is seeing this match right here as his ultimate shot, but no man has ever won the Destiny Rumble at spot number 3. If anyone can though, it's Matt Myers, because let's not forget that this isn't an idle dream. Matt Myers won last year's Destiny Rumble, so in many people's minds he is one of the favourites. However, at slot number 3, he has a long night ahead of him. Ligero there charges the Bubblegum. Oh, Bubblegum places him on the top rope, and Ligero over the top. Whoa. And Ligero holds on for dear life and manages to stop himself. Look at this in our replay. Almost as quickly as that, the Mexican sensation, a former NGW heavyweight champion, was eliminated from the Destiny Rumble. Bubblegum up on the second, and Bubblegum busts the neck breaker. Looked like he landed almost as hard as his intended foe Matt Myers, but there's no time to lay around, because we're about to find out who the 4th entrant in the NGW Destiny Rumble is as the countdown concludes. Oh! Well, I said it earlier, the foe of the Gen X League champion Bubblegum, Cardiff's Wild Mike Hitchman. Oh, look at he's charging his way to the ring. And Bubblegum, well, using Ligero as a shield to no avail. And Bubblegum doing everything he can. Is he going to run? Is he going to run from Mike Hitchman? And Hitchman, look at this. The man that many believe should be the Gen X League champion in there with the man who stole their belt from him. And, oh, he's going for that package pile driver. If he can hit the most dangerous move in British wrestling today, he goes for it. Bubblegum comes out the back there. And, whoa. Bubblegum and Hitchman have been eliminated, just like that. Wow, what a shocker. The NGW Destiny Rumble, talk about kicking things off with a bang, because just like that, both the Wild Boar Mike Hitchman and Bubblegum have eliminated themselves. And Gilligan Gordon, the manager of champions, is furious as Chardonnay and Bubblegum get out of there as fast as they can, and who can blame them? We're going to have to get a replay on what happened there. But Hitchman went for that package pile drive, you can see on our replay here, and Bubblegum was able to sneak out the back door, but the Wild Boar living up to his name and charging full force, but there was so much force that he sent both himself and Bubblegum over. And look at Gilligan Gordon. He is angry, and rightfully so, because his chance of his charge getting a shot against Nathan Cruz is over, at least for tonight. But the countdown continues. Who is next in the Destiny Rumble? We're about to find out. Whoa! And if you like your wrestling fast, then business is about to pick up. One of the great Gen X stars here in NGW, and look at this. 3 great Gen Xers in the ring in the Destiny Rumble as Flash Morgan Webster goes straight to the top, over the top of Myers. One of the fastest, quickest men in British professional wrestling today. And this is going to be hard to call. Ducks a clothesline there by Ligero, hits the ropes, comes back in a double cross body. And Flash Morgan Webster says he's from a town called Malice, and we have seen him in some incredible Gen X League matches, but this is not the Gen X League, this is a Destiny Rumble, and that is a huge second rope moonsault on Holt's Matt Myers, and it looks like Flash Morgan Webster's not done yet. Innovative offense there by the freshest man in the match. And what's he going for here? Up on the shoulders, fireman's carry. Oh, vertebrae first onto the back of Matt Myers' neck. And we'll see here on a replay just how fast Flash Morgan Webster is with that second rope moonsault. But the countdown is still on, because as fast as Flash Morgan Webster is, the Destiny Rumble is even faster. And let's find out who's coming next. Oh! righteous Joe Connors. It's Joe Connors.
Number 6, the righteous Joseph Connors.
We are going to have to take a very short commercial break, but don't you dare go anywhere because the Destiny Rumble continues. You join us in the middle of the NGW Destiny Rumble. Alex Shane joining you here at ringside, and the righteous Joseph Connors has made his presence felt already. With that big DDT on Flash Morgan Webster, no one's ever kicked out of that. And Joe Connors makes his first elimination. And now it's Connors, Matt Myers, and the Mexican sensation El Ligero. And look at Lilith there, sinister figure at ringside. Oh, Myers! Oh, it's Myers. Myers is hanging on for dear life. Myers wants a win in this match more than any man that I know. But Joe Connors has come in like a force of nature, and that force is now being directed against El Ligero, who fights back. And if you're a regular viewer of British Wrestling Weekly, you will know the story between El Ligero and Joe Connors that's developing on this programme. And we're seeing it come in full force and technicolor in the middle of the NGW Destiny Rumble. You see here on our replay, that DDT by Connors was enough to eliminate Flash Morgan Webster. But the fight continues as Ligero, full head of steam, comes in a big European-style uppercut from the Mexican sensation. It sounds like a contradiction in terms. But now, the next entrant's about to make his way to the ring as the countdown commences. Who's it going to be? Oh, that's the music of the Control. The first member of the Control is about to make his way to the ring, and who is it? Oh, it's Mark Haskins.
Number 7, representing Control, Mark Haskins.
Well, this is definitely going to change the dynamic. Oh, look at this! Mark Haskins. Oh, he's going to be fine for that. Just threw Stevie Aaron out of his chair, and he can't take a chair in this. Yeah, and the referee's there, and Stevie Aaron. Good for you, Stevie. Pulls that chair off. El Ligero charges at Haskins, who comes in with a bang. Rope-assisted dropkick in the corner. And don't forget that the former champion, Rampage Brown, who is yet to get his rematch against Nathan Cruz, is part of the Control. It's a 4-man faction managed by Richie West, and all 4 members will be in this one. Talk about an unfair advantage. Well, it begins now, because the first of those members is in the ring against the Mexican sensation. Hits the ropes, comes back, and massive Hurricane Rana on Mark Haskins. Sends him out of his boots, and it looks like Ligero's going for that C4L DDT. Haskins takes a swing, blocks the C4L. Ligero charges, and Ligero lands on the apron and saves himself. Just like that, Ligero's almost up. Joe Connors with his second elimination.
Ligero has been eliminated.
Wow, the righteous Joseph Connors has won a very important battle in his war against El Ligero. Oh, but Matt Myers is about to eliminate Joe Connors. Look at this. Matt Myers is about to eliminate Connors. Can he get him over? And, Mark Haskins there. Well, that's strange because Mark Haskins, for some reason, saved Joe Connors, and Lilith again stalking her prey. You see here on our replay, Ligero went for that C4L. Haskins blocked it. Ligero charged, saved himself momentarily. But it was the righteous Joe Connors who eliminated one of NGW's best as the countdown continues. God, how fast! Just how fast is the NGW Destiny Rumble? And we're only halfway through. And who's this now? Oh, and it's Danny Hope! Hertfordshire's own Danny Hope, very popular in Liverpool, taking it straight to Joe Connors. Part of the NGW Destiny Rumble's real selling point is that anyone in British wrestling has a chance at a shot at Nathan Cruz for the most important televised prize in the country today, and that means you're going to see a lot of new faces, and the first of those new faces is going back and forth with the star attraction. But Joe Connors there with some retribution in the back of the neck of Danny Hope. And you're going to see lots of new stars that you've not seen on this programme before, along with many men who are just desperate for a shot against Nathan Cruz and NGW Gold. But 2 men you won't be seeing get that shot are the 2 men you can see on our replay here. Wildboar Mike Mike Hitchman and the Gen X champion Bubblegum, who were the first to eliminate it. Double clothesline sent both men over the top, and then Joe Connors with a combination at DDT and a big chuck was able to throw Flash Morgan Webster out. And you see here El Ligero went for that C4L, a charge on Haskins, and with the assistance of the righteous Joe Connors, Connors was able to get his second elimination on the Mexican sensation. And the NGW Destiny Rumble continues. The countdown's back on the screen, and we're going to find out who's next to make their way to the ring. Oh! And it's Liam Slater! Liam Slater, and look at the righteous Joseph Connors. This crowd feels what I feel, and that's that one of NGW's most heated rivalries has made its way to the Destiny Rumble. Mark Haskins, out of absolutely nowhere, cuts off Liam Slater before Slater had his chance of retribution against the man who's made his life a living hell. And look at, and Liam Slater chucks Haskins out, and now it's Slater and Connors. Slater and Connors. And Connors is saying to Slater, hit me. And I tell you what, Liam Slater's not going to be able to turn down that offer, and he doesn't. And Connors is, what's Connors doing? This crowd's saying one more time, and so is Connors. This is bizarre. And Connors takes that blow to the face again. What's going on here? Connors is saying, throw me out. This has got to be a trick, and Slater, and Slater has eliminated Joe Connors, who is smiling, and Connors is now clapping. I don't understand what is going through the mind of the righteous Joseph Connors, and by the look on his face, nor does Liam Slater. But we are going to have to wait another day to try and understand, because the countdown is back on the screens, and another man is about to make his way to the ring for a shot at Destiny. Oh no. You know what that sound means? Is the second member of the Control. And where is Mark Haskins? Haskins was thrown through the second by Liam Slater. There are three more members of the Control. And this, Haskins was under the ring. Haskins was under the ring. Oh, look at that. Haskins. God, give the Star Attraction credit. Just like that, Mark Haskins was able to turn the tide, because it was a 3-on-2 against the Control, but Haskins hid under the ring, and before anyone could see what was going on, Haskins and Kaz Crash are now in control of the Destiny Rumble. Snapmare by one half of the Proven. Kaz Crash rolling neck slap on Liam Slater, who just eliminated Joseph Connors in the most bizarre part of the Destiny Rumble so far. But there is no time to understand why Connors asked to be eliminated, because now we are getting in to the thick of the Destiny Rumble. Look at this on our replay. Connors asked for it, and Slater delivered. Very bizarre, but now the countdown is back on again as the Control stand tall. Who's out next? Oh no! Oh no! Look at that smile on Haskins' face. It's another member of the Control. This is not good for the men in the ring, including Liam Slater and Matt Myers. Matt Myers, who wants that shot against Cruz so badly. But this is a bad situation. Who is it?
Number 11, representing Control, the monarch of the Proven, Sam Wilder.
So it's both members of the Proven and Mark Haskins. And all that is left for the Control is Rampage Brown. But it's now a 3-on-3 situation, as Liam Slater, Danny Hope and Matt Myers are in there against the Proven. But as we've seen on this show before, the Control are a well-oiled machine when it comes to teaming, whereas Slater and and Myers do have experience as a tag team, but Danny Hope is completely from outside of NGW. And look at this, Liam Slater attempting to eliminate Kaz Crash. And this one is just broken down. We knew it would. Danny Hope there, holding his neck. Myers with Sam Wilder. Liam Slater with Kaz Crash. And Chuck's there as the count is back on. We are going to have to take a very short commercial break, but don't you dare go anywhere, because the NGW Destiny Rumble continues momentarily. Let's find out who's next to enter. Oh, it's Dara Diablo.
Number 12 in the Destiny Rumble, Dara.
Back here with you on British Wrestling Weekly. Alex Shane joining you at ringside for the NGW Destiny Rumble. And the next entrant is from the NGW Academy. He's the 80-minute man, a rugby standout in Dave Graves. But he is entering this match in a bad predicament, because there are 3 members of the Control, and as he's finding out, those odds are not good for an NGW Academy standout. And talking of those odds not being good, during the commercial break, Liam Slater suffered a terrible 3-on-1 beatdown by the Control. First of all, the Proven delivered that point Proven, and then Mark Haskins, the star attraction, gave that kick directly into the side of the head, and that was all it took for Haskins to eliminate one of the favourites in this contest, Liam Slater. Now, something else that happened during the commercial break was Dara Diablo's music played 2 times, and Dara Diablo, British Wrestling's Crown Prince of Betrayal, did not come out. I don't know why, we have no further explanation, but things move quickly because our next entrant's about to come to the ring. And who's this? The Primate, Jason Prime, is a man that the British wrestling scene, many insiders, including Nathan Cruz, consider one of the best new talents in British wrestling today. This guy is a powerhouse. Started at the NGW Academy up in Newcastle, and look at the size of this guy with those big European uppercuts. He has a very low centre of gravity, so he's going to be very hard to eliminate and throw over the top rope. And he's going toe-to-toe with Kaz Crash as Mark Haskins now. Look at Haskins and Myers. God, these guys have been... Oh, look at Haskins there, right to the eye. And these guys have had some wars in the past. But Myers is clinging on for dear life because he wants that shot against Nathan Cruz in the worst way. We know just how close Myers came in that match against Nathan Cruz that we saw on this show. And oh, Haskins! Is Haskins out? Well, Haskins holds on. Danny Hope almost eliminated Haskins. God, that was out of nowhere. But the countdown continues here. The Destiny Rumble is so fast, so furious, and it is not letting up because a shot of the most important prize in the UK today is at stake. And oh no, you know what that means? The former champion himself, Rampage Brown, is the only member of the Control not to be in the ring, and that means that it's now time for the unstoppable monster himself to enter his first ever Destiny Rumble with odds that are already stacked against everybody else in the ring. Here he comes.
Number 15 represents Control,
And Brown accompanied by Richie West, and look at this, all 4 members of the Control, and now in the Destiny Rumble, Danny Hope takes a massive boot from the former champion Rampage Brown, who has his sights firmly fixed on Nathan Cruz. He is one of the favourites to win this entire contest. And look at Rampage Brown. This guy goes straight after the Primate. Jason Prime, the biggest man in the match apart from Brown. And this is like 2 big men in prison fighting to be the alpha male. And I'm going to tell you now that Jason Prime will not win this one again. Oh, no, and Jason Prime's out of there. And Rampage Brown, oh, and so's Danny Hope. Rampage Brown eliminated 2 men within a period of about 5 seconds. The Control's unstoppable monster is living up to his name, And now he goes after NGW Academy graduate Dave Graves, who I can tell you, as hard as he's been hit in rugby, is nothing compared to Rampage Brown. Look at those forearms. He calls himself the 80-minute man, but his time on the field may be done yet.
The 80-minute man, Dave Graves, has been eliminated.
He is the third man eliminated by Rampage Brown. Oh no. Oh no, look at this. All four members of the Control have stood over Matt Myers, and this crowd at the Liverpool Olympia behind holds Matt Myers, but there is just no way that Myers can overcome these odds. Myers has fought so hard and so long to stay in this one, and now double hip toss. Oh, Myers on his feet. Oh, look at Myers. Drop kick on Rampage Brown, and Myers, his one last chance to stay in this thing, cut off by... Oh, Myers stunner! Myers stunner, my God! And Richie West can't believe what he's seeing, and nor can I. God, Matt Myers has given everything he has. Goes to eliminate Sam Wilder. Myers, but Myers holds on. Can Myers hold on? He's dangling. He is dangling, and he saves himself. The next entrant's about to come out, but Matt Myers, if he can stay on for a few more seconds, and Rampage Brown.
Myers has been eliminated.
And Rampage Brown has just eliminated his fourth person. Look at this, NGW Academy student Ace Matthews. This was going to be his biggest ever match, but look at what he's facing. This kid's got some heart, but he is on a suicide mission here because he's got into the Lion's Den against all four members of the Control. And the NGW Destiny Rumble is supposed to be the match where anyone has a shot, and a fair shot, at NGW Gold. But the way this thing has gone, with a 4 on any man, including Academy students, the NGW Destiny Rumble has taken a very bad turn indeed. And Ace Matthews is feeling it now. Look at that, vicious chops. The Control are literally taking turns on Ace Matthews. You see here on our replay, Matt Myers, who had fought so hard. He was hanging on there, hanging on for dear life. And for a moment, we all thought that Matt Myers was going to be able to fight back. But it was this vicious big boot, size 13 from Rampage Brown, that ended Matt Myers' hopes and dreams of a shot against Nathan Cruz. And Richie West is saying, get him out. And Mark Haskins obliges, and Ace Matthews just like that. This situation is not looking good for anyone who wants a shot at the NGW title, because all four members of the Control are stood in the ring. And what man is there that can possibly overcome these odds? Well, we're about to find out who's next, because the countdown is on. Oh! It sticks!
Number 17, one half of the NGW Tag Team Champions, Sticks!
Wow! If there was any man on the NGW roster who has a shot of standing up to these odds, at least the best shot I can think of, it's one half of the NGW Tag Team Champions, who's been in a war with the Proven. It sticks, but it's still a 4-on-1. And look at the Proven, they're not even going to let him get in the ring. Cash Crash Sam Wilder going after the heavyweight House of Pain, who fights back. And look at Sticks, sends Wilder into the post. And that changed the odds to a 2-on-1. Ducks a clothesline and a big spear by the heavyweight House of Pain, who is fighting with all he has. Herculean effort by one half of the NGW Tag Team Champions. Charges at Rampage Brown, but Kaz crashed there. And it was inevitable that these odds were going to overcome Sticks, but Sticks is still fighting. Oh, my God, he's going to try and eliminate Rampage Brown. Look at this. Look at this. God, he's almost got him. He's oh. He almost had Rampage Brown over the top rope. And now it's gone back to a 4-on-1. And Richie West is saying, get him out. And what's it going to take to change these odds? Because there's only a few men left in the Destiny Rumble. We know Doug Williams was scheduled to be number 20, but he has seriously bruised ribs. Who will be the next man to enter? We're about to find out. Oh! Oh! The roof has literally come off of the Liverpool Olympia because a man who walks the aisle for each and every fan here in Liverpool is about to come into the Destiny Rumble with odds that no man should have to face. But if anyone will not back down, it's Liverpool's number one, and there he is. Zach Gibson, considered the favourite to win, but with a 4-on-2 situation, those odds are rapidly changing. Gibson making his way down to ringside, and look at this. Haskins saying, come on. And whoa, oh, oh, oh! Sticks has just eliminated the Proven out of nowhere! And Gibson's in. We're going to have to take a very short commercial break, but don't you dare go anywhere, because the NGW Destiny Rumble continues. The NGW Destiny Rumble continues here on British Wrestling Weekly. Alex Shane joining you at ringside, and Ashton Smith is about to enter the ring. Remember, the winner of this contest will get a shot at Nathan Cruz for the most important televised prize in British wrestling since the glory days of World of Sport. So far, we have seen the Control dominate this match, but Zach Gibson entered just before the commercial break. And now it's Ashton Smith, who really is a newcomer to NGW. We've seen him a few times here before, but who will he side with? It looks like he doesn't want to side with anyone. Whoa, whoa, whoa! And the heavyweight House of Pain there throws Ashton Smith in the ring. There's no playing in the Destiny Rumble. Ashton Smith there, right to the eyes of the heavyweight House of Pain, and Rampage Brown. Big boot there on Sticks. Oh, and oh! Eliminated the heavyweight House of Pain, and now it's Rampage Brown, Mark Haskins, Ashton Smith, and Zach Gibson. And it looks like Rampage Brown and Haskins are telling, yeah, you see here on a replay, there's a combination, that kick there, and a big scoop by Rampage Brown was able to eliminate Sticks, and it looks like Brown and Haskins are trying to tell Ashton Smith that he has two options: side with them or face his doom, I guess is the best way of putting it. And the countdown is on. We know we have one man left to enter. Williams has been advised by doctors not to take part because he has seriously bruised ribs. Will he be here? Let's find out. Over to you, Stevie. Remember, Williams took that vicious chair shot in the ribs from Rampage Brown, and as a result, he got seriously bruised ribs. He's a man that's been in the British wrestling business for almost a quarter of a century. Look at Richie West, just mocking Williams. And the music. Haskins is saying, where's Doug? And it looks like Doug Williams. Remember, Doug Williams earned that shot by beating El Ligero in the Destiny Rumble roulette match. So his music had to play, but as expected, Doug Williams will not be in the Destiny Rumble. So one of these four men will be the man that gets the shot against Nathan Cruz for the NGW Championship. And Ashton Smith, though, look at this! Whoa! Oh, he almost eliminated Haskins. Temporarily, he had sided with Haskins and Rampage Brown, but now he may have just made the biggest mistake of his fun-loving career, because the Destiny Rumble is no game. Rampage Brown turned his back, and Ashton Smith used that opportunity to try and eliminate Haskins, but it didn't go as planned, and we may just learn a very valuable lesson in what happens when you try and win favour with a bad crowd and your usefulness runs out. Well, yeah, look at this. Look at Haskins. Look at Haskins. Just vicious, brutal knees by the star attraction on Ashton Smith. Oh, look at these forearms. And Ashton Smith up and, yeah, he's out of there.
Ashton Smith has been eliminated.
So now it's down to the star attraction Haskins, Rampage Brown, the former NGW champion, and the man declared the favourite on this programme to win. Liverpool's number one, Zach Gibson. This crowd at the Liverpool Olympia, not so surprisingly, siding with Gibson, but Gibson is in the wrong part of town, even though it's his hometown, because he's in the ring with two vicious fucks from the Control. As Richie West, the head of the Control, looks on. And look at Haskins. Oh, look at Haskins and Brown. These two, they must be arguing about who's going to be the winner. Because both men want a shot. Both men want their chance at Nathan Cruz, and Gibson is using that opportunity, but not for long. Because if Rampage Brown and Mark Haskins can stay focused, then there is no doubt that one of these two men will win. Look at what happened earlier as Ashton Smith attempted to eliminate Haskins. Haskins was able to land on the apron, and after a merciless beating on Ashton Smith, Haskins eliminated him. So now it's down to these three men. Haskins up and over on the apron there. Oh, Gibson, can he eliminate Haskins? Oh, straight into that Samoan drop by Rampage Brown. And Gibson is in a world of trouble as Haskins goes to the top rope, a place he is most dangerous. Dives. Gibson rolls out of the way. Haskins rolls through. Rampage Brown charges. Gibson gets the boot up. And Gibson's at... Whoa. Haskins is out.
Haskins has been eliminated.
My God, it's come down to Rampage Brown and Zach Gibson, the men that we declared as number one and number two as the biggest favourites to win this thing. Haskins can't believe it, but Gibson can, because he has made it his sole focus to get another contest against the NGW champion. The only man that can stop him now is the former champion, Rampage Brown, as these two monsters come face to face in the centre of the ring. And look at this, back and forth, huge forearms, and this one's broken down as one of these two men will be declared the winner of the Destiny Rumble. Rampage Brown goes for that pole driver. Gibson fights back, a Merseyside drop on the former champion. And Gibson, listen to this crowd. He feels the elimination of the Control's unstoppable monster is just one clothesline away. But it wasn't enough. He goes for a second. Almost. Will a third do it? Hits the ropes and... Oh, look at Richie West. Richie West trips at Gibson. And Richie West may have just made a big mistake, because Gibson is enraged, but he must not lose focus, because the stakes are too high in the NGW Destiny Rumble. This crowd screaming for Gibson to do it. Oh, and he hits West, and this place erupts. Oh, but watch out for Rampage Brown. Oh, no. Oh, Gibson's been eliminated. Rampage Brown has won the NGW Destiny Rumble. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Gibson has been eliminated.
I can't believe it.
The winner.
This is a... Oh, it's Doug Williams. Entrant number 20 is here. My God. Doug Williams is here in the Liverpool Olympia. He's holding his ribs, but he's made it. Oh, and Gibson's got a chair. Rampage Brown hasn't seen him, and... Oh! Zach Gibson has levelled the playing field, because the same steel chair that many thought had cost Williams his shot at Destiny has played a part in karma, and now the odds have been evened. My God, what a story. Doug Williams is picking up Rampage Brown, who was knocked into next week. And look at the pain on the face of Williams as he tries to eliminate the former champion, who blocks him and fights back. And have you ever seen Rampage Brown look so groggy? He's fighting with all he has left, but give Rampage Brown credit, because he has enough sense left in him to viciously kick at Williams' ribs, the ribs that we thought were broken and that we later found out were bruised. And now, Samoan drop. He angled it perfectly onto the side of Williams. And look here on our replay what happened just moments ago. Zach Gibson was distracted, most likely on purpose, by Richie West, who sacrificed himself for what we thought was a win, as Gibson was eliminated. But moments later, the man who earned his shot at number 20 by beating El Ligero made his way to the ring, holding his ribs. And Williams is now, precariously perched on that top rope, but he used his body weight to roll himself back in the ring. This crowd firmly on the side of a British wrestling legend, but Rampage Brown goes for that Samoan drop again. Williams fights out the back. Whoa, German suplex! And, no, wait. Oh, Williams wins! My God, Williams has won!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Destiny Rumble, number one contender to the new generation wrestling Undisputed Championship, the analyst, Don Williams!
Can you believe what you're seeing at a jam-packed Liverpool Olympia? A true legend of British professional wrestling has won the most important match on the British wrestling calendar. He has earned a shot at the show stealer Nathan Cruz, who is the holder of the most important televised prize in British wrestling today. He has won gold in Japan. He has won gold in the United States of America. And possibly for one last time, Doug Williams has just earned a shot at British wrestling destiny.